Entry 19, the book that knew my name. I didn't go looking for a spell book. It found me. It was on a shelf at the back of a secondhand shop in Penarth, one of those places that smells like dust and forgotten attics. I was there for candle holders, that's all. But then I saw it. No title on the spine, leather cover, straps but no buckles. The kind of book that feels older than the room it's sitting in. I picked it up. It was warm. I thought maybe it had been near a heater. There was no heater. The first page was blank. The second had my name, Decima, written in handwriting I didn't recognize. I didn't buy it. I left it on the shelf and walked out. But when I got home, hours later, miles away, it was there. In my hallway, wrapped in brown paper. No note, no receipt, just the book. The second time I opened it, the pages weren't blank anymore. The handwriting shifted, never the same twice. One page looked like charcoal rubbings, another like ink scratched with a broken feather. Some were in English, some weren't, a few weren't in any language I recognized. But I could somehow understand the meaning. And the smell, not like paper or damp. It was cedar smoke and bloodroot, old ritual scent, the kind you only smell when a spell's been sealed shut. I read the first 3 pages without even meaning to. I didn't turn them. The book did. It showed me a charm I'd already made years ago, but with different words than I'd used. A sigil I'd drawn once in the margin of a school notebook that I'd never seen before, and a short poem, 6 lines, that I'd dreamed about when I was 15. This book didn't just know me. It remembered what I'd forgotten. That night, I dreamed of a woman standing barefoot in water. She held the book. Her mouth didn't move, but I heard her. "It's yours." It always was. "Finish what we began." I woke up shaking, the smell of cedar still in my hair. This wasn't a normal grimoire. This was a living one, an ancestral one. But I didn't understand that then. It meant I made the mistake of writing in it without asking first. It was just one line, one sentence written in my own handwriting. I thought if the book was mine, if it had shown me pieces of my own life, then I could safely add to it. Let what was once locked now rise. I didn't finish the spell, didn't seal it, didn't ground or cast a circle. I just wrote it and closed the book. The first symptom was the air. It felt thick, not humid, but charged, like just before lightning. My ears rang. My hands tingled. I thought maybe it was just residual energy. Then I lost time. 3 hours vanished. I don't mean I was distracted or daydreaming. I mean I looked at the clock, 2:17 p.m. Next thing I knew, I was standing in my kitchen, barefoot, the floor wet beneath me, holding a candle that was already half melted. It was 5:32 p.m. I didn't remember lighting the candle, didn't remember the water, didn't know why my feet were dirty. But the book was open on the counter. Same page, except now my line had changed. It no longer said, "Let what was once locked now rise." It said, "She has asked. Let it rise through her." That night I heard a whisper under my pillow. Not in the dream world, in this one. The book wasn't cursed, but it was connected. It had a will, and once I wrote in it, it answered. Not like a tool, but like a being. Let's talk clearly now, because this is where most books get it wrong, or skip over the parts real witches need to know. This wasn't a haunted object. It wasn't cursed. It wasn't possessed. It was bound to a line of witches before me, and it recognized my blood. Living grimoires are not common. Most witches use blank books, make their own, pass them down. That's fine. That's beautiful. But some families, or lines, create sentient records. Books that don't just store spells, they grow them. What makes a grimoire alive? A few things. It reacts when touched. Temperature shift, tingling, sudden emotion. It writes back, updates itself, or changes wording without physical cause. It appears in dreams, or enters yours while you sleep. It brings back spells or sigils you've never been taught. But somehow no, these books are tethered to ancestral magic or soul memory. And they are not tools, they are companions. But only if treated with respect. What I did wrong, I wrote in it with no offering. No circle, no intention set, no boundary. And the grimoire, which did not mean harm, took it as permission to continue the work of whoever came before me. That's how living spells restart themselves. They're not evil, but they're not safe either. Not unless you know what's inside them. Key warnings for real witches. Don't add to a book unless you close what's already inside. Never assume a silent page is empty. It could just be sleeping. If a book shows you something personal, It knows your energy. Protect it. Always bless or bind your entries. If you don't finish a sentence, seal it with a grounding sigil until you can. Living grimoires can become linked to your aura. That means if someone else opens it, your energy may shift without warning. What most witches aren't taught. There's a difference between casting magic and continuing someone else's. Inherited objects hold emotion, memory, intention. If you unlock one, you're not starting your spell. You're stepping into someone else's, and you better be ready to finish it.